Everybody, do me a huge favor and welcome Nick Jonas. What's up? There you go, Nick.
Thanks, bro.
Oh, now they're gonna get all quiet. Welcome, man.
Hello. How's it going?
He's like, this is real life. By the way, some of them are failing classes today for you.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that great? It's a great feeling.
That's good to hear.
He's so happy about that.
So uneducated. Yeah.
You know what? We're really excited that you came by, though. So congrats on everything. We're playing Jealous, and it's just really
Thank you.
exciting because, I mean, look. This has just been your career for a long time now. This is what you do. It's always evolving and getting bigger, and it's cool to see you just grow up. I mean, like, wow, do your own thing, and congrats. That's huge.
Thanks, brother. I'm excited about it.
I'm gonna get to their questions because they're more important than my questions. So, all right. I'm gonna Paula Lopez. Where's Paula? I'm gonna call you guys. Hi, Paula. She wants to know.
Hello.
What difficulties did you encounter transitioning into a solo artist? Which is a good question, actually.
The difficulties. I think the biggest thing is just getting used to handling it all on your own. You know, with the setup of the music, it's a lot of promo and early mornings, late nights. I love it. I feel like I'm kind of getting to start over and be a new artist again. But before I had two other people to kind of lean on in case I was dragging a little bit. But now it's just a lot of coffee.
Do you ever get used to it though, like on the road, just living life like nonstop?
Yeah, I'm getting used to it now. We're about a week and a half, 2 weeks into the run, and it feels good. I mean, I genuinely love performing every night, and I'm so thankful that people are showing up, and so I'm having a great time.
Good. Jackie, is it Jackie Lauren? There you go. Oh, right here. She's like me.
Hey.
Where did you get your inspiration for the new album that's coming out November 11th, actually?
November 11th.
So, yeah.
A lot of different places. I think this was the first time in my life that I was really willing to say a lot of things that I probably would not have said in the past, and opening up in that way. And the music is a real reflection of that, I think. And specifically, in a couple songs, like there's one called "Nothing Will Be Better" that if you come to the show tonight, you'll hear. That's one that talks about my life in the past year and a half and kind of the ride I've been on. And then things like "Jealous," that song is even one that probably wouldn't have written a couple years ago, but I'm at a place now where I'm able to talk about it. And then the fun part too with this record was once I established the sound and what I wanted to feel like, going to different people, collaborators, and seeing their take on it, and taking an outside song and telling the story with the singing, and it's been a great process and just nice to collaborate with so many talented people.
Well, we're excited about it. Chastity had a good question, too. She said, which 3 artists influenced your album the most?
There's a lot of influences, and kind of 2 chapters. There's the classic soul, kind of Stevie Wonder, Prince, that vibe. And then, more modern stuff like Janae Aiko and The Weeknd and, stuff like that. That's kind of that alternative R&B sound.
Yeah, you've had an interesting, that's what, you've always stayed true to like who you are when it comes, because you write a lot. I mean, pretty much on this album, you wrote almost all of it, right?
Yeah, nearly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Samantha from GP, what is your favorite song you've ever written?
Ooh, favorite song I've ever written. That's tough. I think that there's different meanings and kind of weight that each song carries for me in its own way. I gotta say, "Jealous" though is one of my favorites. Yeah. And to see the reaction from other people too has been really cool. And for me, it's one of those songs that was the first kind of this new chapter, and from the jump just made sense.
Were you a little bit nervous at first? Because I honestly didn't know what to expect when they were like, "Oh, Jealous is coming out." I'm like, I don't know what it's going to sound like. I have no idea. So when I did hear it, I was like pleasantly surprised. I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's really good."
Thanks,
but were you nervous when something comes out? Like, do you ever get kind of like about the reaction?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I'm always curious to see how people respond to the music, especially when taking a big step like this and really branching out and trying to evolve. The first reaction from people, we did some like research groups and stuff like that. So people thought it was like Neo or something, which was kind of bizarre. But I think it's just a testament to the change in sound and infusing some of that soul and R&B.
Well, it's definitely you. It's definitely got a unique vibe to it, so I love it.
Thanks.
What is your favorite part of touring? Caitlin from Houston wants to know. She drove a long way to stalk you up here. That's nice.
Thanks for coming. I would say that this tour has been really special because I'm doing this cool thing where I have a toast with my fans after the show. So basically, you can be a part of this package where you come back, and after the show, we hang out, have a drink, and celebrate. I've grown up, the fans have grown up in a big way, and it's just nice to enjoy an adult beverage and have fun.
Responsibly,
and
of course.
it's the most low-key kind of conversational fan interaction I've ever been able to have. So I think it's a really nice thing. And then the shows on top of that are amazing and getting better each night. It's crazy too to see as the song grows, the audience and the enthusiasm from the audience grows, and it just feels like a really good time.
Yeah. Like you just turned 22 too, didn't you?
I did, yeah. about
Happy
2
belated
weeks ago.
birthday.
Thanks.
This now, Stephanie Neal from Plano has a very good question. She wants to know. She has multiple family members that are type 1 diabetics. How can we get involved in your charity or charity of choice, or is there a general database that will lead me to the help and the information in this particular city?
Yeah. So my foundation is called Change for the Children Foundation, and it works with other diabetes-based charities. So the JDRF, the ADA, those are the top two, and you can do that on your own and go and support there, or you can come through Change for the Children. We're looking to do some big fundraising opportunities this year. Once we get the music up and going and things rolling, we want to try to make an impact there because it's obviously something I'm very passionate about.
That's good. That's awesome. If you couldn't do anything musical or you couldn't act, what would give you meaning or purpose in life? Samantha Shaw from Mansfield would like to know. That's a very deep question.
It is purpose in life. I think even more, more than music gives me purpose or acting, anything like that. It's for me about my connection with people I love and those relationships first. So that would give me purpose. And then my kind of pipe dream scenario is that I could be a baseball player. That was like my. If I had not done music, I actually probably would have followed, tried to play in college or something.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, that'd be
but
cool.
you love acting too, and that's been kind of
Yeah.
something we've seen you start to do from Broadway to Kingdom, which is about to come out October, right?
October 8th, yeah.
How is that? Is that a challenge for you, or is it just completely different?
Well, last year I kind of met with my team and said, look, I've had the chance to do a few acting things over time, but never been able to really sort of lose myself in a role and become somebody else and have something that I have to sink my teeth into. So we looked at a bunch of scripts, and I had to go through a whole audition process and fight for this role. And thankfully they cast me, and I actually just on the way here watched the first episode, and it's really good. I'm
Wow,
excited.
yeah, it looks. I watched the trailer. It looked really, really intense.
I'm a fan of the writing, so I can say that, and it's not.
They're a fan that you have
cocky,
your
but-
shirt off the whole time. That's what they're a fan of.
It's it's a lot of that, but it's also even if you're not a fighting fan, the heart of the show is incredible, and the stories that we're telling are just raw and just real, and I think it's really going to be a great show.
That's what Courtney in Fort Worth wants to know. What's your favorite thing, or what was your favorite thing about shooting Kingdom?
Favorite thing, I loved learning the fight training. Learning how to fight is it's just a crazy process, and working with these guys who that's their entire world, because it's not just a job or a hobby, it's a lifestyle. If you do it for a living, you have to do it all the time, and knowing how to handle myself now is nice, and just gives you a bit more confidence, and I think it actually played into the role as well, and being able to take on that physicality and understand how fighters walk and talk, and it's really a nice thing to know.
How much do you have to work out? Jeez. I mean, seriously.
I worked out quite a bit leading up to it, and then if you watch the show, you'll see something happens to my character. Can't give anything away, but
Yeah.
something happens, and then I'm not able to fight as much. So I was able to lean up a little bit, but I got up to pretty
Yeah.
big. And
I saw a
I've
picture. I
lost
was like,
about
who is that guy? Oh,
7 pounds.
wow. I mean, yeah, no, you were huge.
Yeah, and I'll probably go back up to that when we start shooting again. Hopefully, we get picked up for a second season.
That's awesome. Samantha Sanchez from Dallas. She would like to know how'd your Broadway experience help you evolve as a solo artist?
I think the biggest thing I learned from doing theater as an adult now, starting with Les Mis and then Hairspray out in L.A. and then How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying in New York, was really self-discipline and understanding that you have to be on all the time, and it's a lot of weight to carry on your shoulders, and not to take that as pressure, but just to find a way to sort of channel it and give your best every night, because it's the biggest stage for that style of performance, and you got to be on top of it.
That's awesome. Esmeralda from Justin. She says, "No, Dallas is your hometown. Which you were born here. How long did you live here before you? I know you went to New Jersey.
Yeah, we lived here till I was 3 or 4.
Okay.
And then went to Jersey, kind of went to L.A., and then came back here.
Yeah.
Been here for 6 years.
Yeah.
And I kind of split my time between LA and here.
That's awesome. Now, what do you look forward to doing when you come here?
I look forward to doing nothing when I come here. I play a bit of golf. I eat really bad food and drink beer. That's kind of my.
That's
it's the
awesome.
best. And see movies. Yeah. I had a day off here the day before yesterday, and that's exactly what I did. I played golf, had a couple beers, and went and saw that new Denzel movie, which was amazing.
That's great.
So good.
You need that, though. You got to relax every
Yeah.
once in a while. And this is the
sure.
perfect place to do it because we have awesome food
You have great food.
and pretty good beer, too.
Babes is my spot.
Babes.
Yeah.
Fried chicken and some mashed potatoes. Yeah, which
Love
one
it.
do you go to? Now they're going to be all at Babes. Like,
We
when's
go
he going to
the-
show up?
Go to the Roanoke one.
Awesome.
Or, yeah, it's right near my house.
Yeah.
Look at that.
They're like, where's the house? What's your address? One of the last questions, Brenda from Hazlitt. If you were to collaborate with anyone, dead or alive, with the same or different taste in music, who would it be and why?
I mean, a collaboration with Prince would be amazing. I'd
Yeah.
love that. I'm also a huge Shania Twain fan. Always have been, always will be.
Yeah?
I went and saw her show in Vegas earlier this year, and just loved it.
You
Thought
could
it
do
was
Shania
fantastic.
Twain and Prince together on a song. That would be
Together.
that would be pretty awesome
Be
and
amazing.
weird.
It'd be
Very
really
weird.
Weird, but it'd be great.
I'd be intimidated by Prince though, because he just seems. Have you met him?
One time in a hallway, yeah, he was like standing in the hallway in a white tux, and
Of
his
course.
bodyguard had an umbrella over him, but we were inside. And I walked by and I was like, "Sir, good to meet you." He's like, "Nice to meet you," and that was it.
And that's probably more than he says to most people. So that's
Yeah.
that's
And he walked
awesome.
out to this humongous white, like 80s stretch limo.
God, I love Prince.
Yeah, it's great.
So great. He's like a character, and he never stops being a character. Is there anyone you've met where you get a little bit starstruck, or is it just kind of normal life to you?
I mean, when I met the president, that was
That's a pretty big deal.
it was kind of kind of insane. I didn't really get starstruck, but it's just one of those things where he's that guy, you know,
Yeah.
and you're just kind of blown away. And then I'm trying to think of anybody else. I get starstruck by athletes. That's kind of my thing.
Really?
So, I met Jeter a couple times, and he's like my idol. And yeah, I didn't get like nervous or sweaty hands or anything, but I
Yeah.
just was like, yeah, I don't. What do I say? You're
But
I
you
don't
probably sometimes it's surreal that they actually like might be a fan of yours too, and they know who you are. You're like, oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. That's well, what's really been interesting is with Jealous. It's happening more and more. Like
Yeah.
people are tweeting about it that I would never expect are into it. So like J-Lo tweeted, which was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, I was in the car with my friends and I saw it and I was like, oh,
Oh, J-Lo's tweeting me again.
no big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah,
What,
so that was
is your girlfriend ever like, really? What's up with that?
She's cool. She loves J-Lo.
Oh, okay. She's like, J-Lo's
So,
cool. Anyone
yeah.
else? Chill.
Yeah, I feel like J-Lo has like set. She's now
She
at
can do
that
whatever.
point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where everyone's kind of like, yeah, J-Lo's the best.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Beyonce's at that level. It's all that.
Have you met Beyonce?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Well, we're excited to meet you. We don't care about them.
We met Beyonce right. We did this performance in the AMAs. It was our first big TV performance, and Joe slipped and fell like the beginning.
Oh,
of the
yeah.
performance. And Beyonce was like the sweetest. We came off stage, and Joe was obviously pretty disappointed. She's like, "You handled it like a champ. You're a star." And I was like, "Beyonce." She said, wow.
You're like, you made it, Joe. Damn it, you
Yeah.
made it.
She may not have paid attention to the performance had she not fallen. Good job.
Is there anything you ever get nervous about? I mean, taking the stage, doing interviews, meeting people, or is it just kind of whatever?
Yes, there are things I get nervous about. Not so much performance
Yeah.
anymore, but I get nervous about like sporting events,
Really?
like going to sporting events.
Like what? No, wait.
Because
Like walking down to
traditionally,
the. Okay.
guys are assholes. Like
Yeah,
they're
you're
just,
right.
They're just once they get a few beers in them, and they can be because they are kind of like jealous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that
true,
thing.
though.
I'm not gonna like try to put it politely. They're jerks.
Yeah.
And so I get nervous like to have to deal with that sometimes. But it's actually changed quite a bit. Like the tone is much better now than it used to be.
Yeah.
Which feels good.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. No, because it's different now. I think, listen, I'm listening to Jealous, and I'm like, I don't know if you back in the day, I was like, I might be a teenage girl, of course. But now I'm like, I'm jamming Jealous going down the tollway. Like, hell yeah.
Love that. Love it.
Hell yeah. No,
Glad to
I
hear
love it.
that.
Your music's always been good. You're very
Thanks,
talented, man. Anything you would like people or your fans to know about you that you think they might not know?
They know quite a bit.
They do know a lot.
Quite a bit about
Especially some of these girls in here.
me. What would I like them to know? Just that I'm like something they don't know about me yet.
Yeah.
That I would like them to know. Maybe it's like the thing I want to keep.
Yeah, maybe
secret.
that's what I'm trying to get out of you.
I don't know, man. They know so much. It's hard sometimes. I have to start like thinking of things.
Yeah,
I'll
don't do
do
that.
something. Be like, they don't know that.
Yeah, they don't know that.
I can say that next time someone asks me. I mean, I like hacky sack. I don't know if anybody knows that.
Well, see,
That's
there we
something
go.
I don't know.
We'll call TMZ right now. We figured it out.
Tell them.
Yeah, tell them. No, thank you so much. We're
Thank you.
very excited you stopped by. We're excited for the album, November 11th show. Everything Kingdom, everything's going on. You're busy, one busy dude.
Trying.
Yeah, that's good. No, thank you.
Thank you.
Give a big round of applause to Nick Jonas. We appreciate it.
Thanks, y'all.
So I guess we're good. We're going to hang out, maybe take a few pics, and then we'll leave you alone, let you go do your thing at Hacky Sack.
Perfect. Yeah,
Awesome.
exactly.